Welcome to Forkin Delicious. We're here today in sunny Cork. What we're going to do today is my version, and I stress this, it's my version of ramen. It might not be correct, but it's my version. And the one I'm going to do is going to have some pork in it as well, all right? So what I've done here is actually just over here, I have a stock that we've made, and I've actually strained off that stock. It's a pork and chicken stock I'm using. And I've strained off that stock, and then I've added some vegetables, some aromatics, some spices, a little bit of oil. I'm just going to turn it down a small bit there. Yeah, that's lovely. And I've garlic and ginger in there. It's a lovely now with really kind of nice, tasty broth. And what I'm just going to do is, rather than torturing myself boiling these in a separate pot of water, I'm just going to put them into the stock here. All right? They've been washed and everything, so they're fine. I'm going to put 2 of them in, and we're going to time it for 3 minutes with my trusty assistant / producer director. So we're going to give that 3 minutes, and we're going to take them out, put them under cold water, and we'll leave them for a little while, and we'll shell them later on, all right? They're going to go in kind of last on top on the ramen when we're building the ramen in the bowl, all right? So what else have I here? I've got just some sweet corn. I have some onion and peppers. I have some carrot. I have some kale, some chestnut mushrooms. To garnish the top of it here, I have some crispy onions. I have some scallions, and I have lovely chives that were in flour, so you can eat the flowers as well. So we're going to put some of them on top. A small little bit of lovage here as well. I'm going to include that. I have the pork in roast, and I'll show you that when I take it out. I had to kind of get started there. So it's just a fillet pork steak with some nice bit of spices on top of it, some salt and pepper, a little bit of oil, and it's just going to roast in the oven until just cooked, all right? And then what I'll do is take that out and I'll put slices of that on top, okay? So our eggs are in here now, and they're boiling away lovely. So the stock is going to be delicious, but I'm going to strain it now. As soon as those eggs are done, I'm going to strain it into another pot, and we'll work from that one. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the pork just so you can see what that looks like, all right? This is not far off. It probably is going to be, I would say, just 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to put that back in. You see all this juice that's in the corner here? I'm going to use that juice into the stock as well, and I might rinse this tray out with some of the stock, because it'll take all that flavour of the pork off the bottom of it, which is going to be nice. So that's the 2 eggs out now. This is the second one. I'm just going to put cold water and just let it run on that now to cool it so I can actually peel it. It should still be soft in the middle, or kind of a very light yellow. Even if it's just set, it's nice. I've done 2 different types here. I've taken one out earlier, one out later, so that the earlier one is going to be more runny than the other one. All right? I'm just going to take this bit of pork here and just show you. What I was looking for earlier with the knife, when I put the knife into it, was I was looking to see if there was any kind of juices, red juices coming out. There kind of wasn't, and I could have probably taken it out then, and it stays nice and moist then. You know, and that's what you want. You don't want it being too dried out and overcooked. You know, you want it just cooked. And if you want to use a probe, it'll tell you that it's 75 degrees, you know, is what it has to be at. But like if you're at 72 or 3, it's going to increase to that anyway. You know what I mean? As it sits and rests a bit. So we're going to let that rest for a second. I'm going to take some of this juice here, and we're going to rinse out the stock. So this is resting. When we took the tray out there, we took the pork off of the tray. I put some stock into the tray, and then I stored that in there to take all the lovely flavour off the bottom, and then I added that to our stock as well. So now we're going to go on to straining our stock, and what I'm looking to do there is strain the stock, and then I'm going to add all the little pieces I have to add to it, like the carrots, the sweet corn, the mushrooms, the kale, the pepper, onion. They're all added in there now into the strained stock, and they're cooking away here behind us, just like simmering. And I'm just going to wait till the carrots just have a little bite in them, and everything else then should be ready. All right, the peppers and onions should all be nice and soft. So I've just letting the pork rest a small bit before I cut it, and we're we're on the ball here with our stock. It's nicely and just simmering now. So we let it simmer away there till, like I said, just I'll taste it and see when the carrots just have a little bite. And that'll kind of signify everything else is ready. All right. So this is the egg, right? I've one done here that's very, very soft. And this one might be a little bit harder. And all you're doing, you leave it in the cold water, wait till it cools down, take it out, roll it to crack it, put it back into the water and leave it for a few minutes, and it'll be much easier for you to do like what I'm doing here now. So the shell should roll off for you. So I'm not going to cut it now because I'm going to cut it later on when we are ready to actually put the ramen together. All right. And we're going to have a look at this pork now. What I'm actually going to do first is I'm just going to check the carrots and see how they are. All right. Now, they're actually the way I would like them. But I'm going to get my camera person there to try them, my producer director / assistant. Now you take that. Don't spill it on the countertop. Oh my God.
No, I like them like that. There's nice crunch. There's nice
and you can
bite.
taste their carrots, right? So what I was going to say to you now as well is don't forget, even if you never watch another video, please subscribe, all right? We're trying to get to 1,000 followers. So if you could, we'd really appreciate it. If you like the videos, you can like them as well if you like watching them. And you can always come back anytime. There's no cost. It's free. We're not going to email you. We won't be plaguing you. So any help in that would be appreciated. Now, we're going to continue with this because we're nearly ready. As Sean has said there, the carrots, toes are just nice. And I like them that way as well. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to add our noodles here. And I just cooked these earlier and put them into cold water just for a second or two. They're still pretty much of a bite in them. And these are udon noodles I'm using because I like these for to use in the ramen, right? Because they have a nice bit of body. They give a good flavour in it. So they're just gone into the stock. We're just going to let those noodles there sit for another little while and just to get some flavour into them and to take the chill out of them. Our pork now has been resting for a while. There's no juice really in the wrapper. So I hope that's a good sign. What I'm going to do is I want small little slices. So I'm actually going to cut them nice and thin like this. And maybe you don't see it on this side, but you can see there's a lovely crust here from just the bit of spice I used and the salt and pepper. Now you could use beef for this, and you could use chicken, and you could use pork belly. I mean, there's umpteen things. You could use fish. That's more than enough for what I want to do. So I'm only going to present one bowl now, but like you could have this ready. And then actually, even if you had it cooked and it was cold, you could actually, when you're pouring the stock over it, will reheat it again. We're looking at our noodles here just about right. So this is quite a big bowl. You don't have to go for this size if you don't want to, okay? But I'm just going to put this pork in this dish. And just put it here to the side. So, going to pull this to the front here a small little bit. I have some sesame oil, a little bit of fish sauce, a little bit of soya sauce. You can add more later if you want, all right? So I just put a small bit in to flavour the stock. So these are the noodles here coming out. Oh, there's some of that nice kale now. I'll bring that out as well. Now, it's the last bit on top. Maybe a little bit of that kale there, it's got a bunch of it. So, up on top. We have our kale there that's just kind of giving a bit of a contrast in colour. And the peppers. And we might just put one or two of these in here. Remember, you can eat these. And we have some nice little bits of lovage here, which smells wonderful. So we put some across the top there. Put another bit over there. We'll kind of leave this at this side here. We'll take our pork. We lay that across the top there. And I'm going to be kind of chefy and say that 5 pieces is really good because it's good for the eye. So we'll just put 5 generous pieces. A little bit of these crispy onions. I might actually throw a few more of them in a minute when I have the stock in. So I'll hold on to that for a minute. And then some scallions around there. And hopefully they might float. And then we're looking for some of the stock. I have one other thing now to add to this. I'll do it last. The last thing to add then is our egg. This is very soft, so I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to slice that. So that nice soft egg on top. And the one last thing I'll do. Yep. Actually, a friend of mine brought me the peppers that are in this from Cambodia. Her son is married and living out there, and they brought this back, the peppers to me. So this is our ramen noodle, and like I said, it's an Irish version. Maybe we'll say it's a Cork version since we're filming in Cork today. Hopefully people that are watching will try this now. Remember, if you like anything here, don't forget to subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Comment if you want something made. If you have any bad comments, keep them to yourself. And if you have any good comments, we love hearing them. So thanks very much. And this is for the tasting, just so you see that we actually do eat what we cook. And so that's a little bit of pork on top. This is a baby version of what I did earlier. Just set up and see what it tastes like. Veg is lovely. Stock is lovely. Oh, the stock is Forkin Delicious. It's really good. And these noodles, they should be fair tasty. I think all of this would be a nice, say, a small bowl of a nice lunch. A big bowl to be a full dinner for you. You know what I mean? Lovely. All the little veg in there. Those carrots are lovely. They taste carroty. And the egg in this one is delicious as well. It's really soft. I poured the stock over this. It heated up that egg just a little small bit, and the pork even a small little bit. I would say to you is, have a go at this. And again, subscribe. We'd be delighted if you would. We'd like to reach 1,000. Thanks, bye.